How to rake pine needles. Pine trees are some of the most majestic type of tree that exists. Their tall trunks and beautiful branches make them loved all over the world. The pine needles, however, are not nearly so loved. The ground under a pine tree will quickly become covered in a carpet of prickly needles that will prevent the growth of most other plants. Raking pine needles often proves to be difficult with regular rakes, but there are rakes designed to be used for pine needles. While raking pine needles can become obsessive, it's important to allow some needles to remain on the ground in wooded areas because they provide necessary nutrients for plant growth. Things you'll need: pine needle rake or comb, work gloves, trash bags, pine needle baler optional. Clear the area to be raked of any pine cones, leaves, twigs, branches or other debris. The pine rake is small and has delicate prongs that cannot handle the removal of objects that are larger than pine needles. Throw the other debris away, or set it aside for burning or recycling. Purchase a pine needle rake from any garden or home supply store. Pine rakes can also be found online. Most pine needle rakes look like large combs with small teeth placed closely together. It is possible to purchase just the rake head or a rake head attached to a pole. Drag the rake across the yard like a normal rake. For smaller needles it may be necessary to rake with slower motions than used for raking leaves. The prongs of the rake need to move slowly enough to catch the needles in between them. Scoop the pine needles up and place into trash bags or use a pine needle baler to prepare the needles for selling. Wear work gloves and long sleeves and pants to protect your arms and legs from the prickly needles. If you intend to sell the needles, then it will be necessary to separate the pine needles from other debris that might have collected under the trees. Tips: warnings. Some people are allergic to pine. If you start to itch or become excessively red while handling the pine needles, stop immediately.